Welcome to part 1 of the Getting Started with Camtasia Relay tutorial. The first thing we're going to do is make an account on YouTube. Now, the reason we're using YouTube is because it's really easy to use, and it's going to be a place for you to control where all your videos that you create with Camtasia Relay are uploaded. So, go to youtube.com and click on Create Account up in the top right hand corner. From there, enter in some simple information, first name, last name. For a Google username, you can use whatever you like. Typically, you want to go with something professional and something that the students will be able to recognize. So maybe like Professor so-and-so, or maybe just if you can get away with it, the username you use here at UMass Dartmouth, so like first initial last name, or first name period last name. It's up to you. Just have to make sure that it's available and you can use it. For a password, they have recommendations. They're kind of the same ones we do here, so make sure it's secure. And then you also have to enter in your birthday, your gender. The mobile phone is it's really for security. It's not like they're going to text you information or they're going to text you spam. It's more for confirming your account so that you're able to upload videos longer than 15 minutes, which can be annoying when you're trying to do lecture capture or really get something across and it's not, constricted to 15 minutes. It may take a little longer. So it's definitely worth putting in the mobile phone so you can verify your account later on. Lastly, for another email address, you can use a UMass Dartmouth account, and here you have to just prove you're not a robot, and you have to put in some of their randomly generated text to make sure you're not a spam bot. Once you're done with that, you'll just hit the next step button. Now you'll just hit next step because you don't really have to set up a profile. And lastly, just click back to YouTube. Okay, now we're at the YouTube homepage, and from here we'll see our username up in the top right hand corner, and that lets you know you've successfully set up your YouTube account. On a side note, for those of you who had existing YouTube accounts, there is one step you should really do before publishing any videos with Camtasia Relay to YouTube, and that is verifying your account. Once you've logged into YouTube and you go to upload a video, you'll see a link at the bottom that says formats up to 15 minutes, increase your limit. And what you need to do is click on that increase your limit link, and it's going to ask you to put in your mobile phone number, and it is safe to do it on YouTube. Typically we wouldn't ask for you to put your mobile phone number in, but they do not spam you. It doesn't cost any money on top of a normal texting plan. So, and the advantage is that you don't have a time restriction for uploading videos, so you're not constricted to 15 minutes, especially when a lecture can be an hour or 2 hours long. So I just wanted to point out that you want to make sure to do this if you already have a YouTube account. If you do it when you register, you don't have to do it now. Now that our YouTube account is set up, we'll need to go into Camtasia Relay and connect the two accounts. The first thing you'll need to do is go to camtasia-relay.umassd.edu. Once there, you'll log in with your typical email, username, and password. And under Profiles at the top of your screen, click on Publish Account Setup. I already have a couple of accounts set up, but you would just click on the YouTube link, and here you'll enter in your account information. So for title, I'll call it YouTube for English 101. I'll say this is my default account, so I want to make sure that this is the one that it automatically publishes to every time I publish from Camtasia Relay. Now I'll just put in my user information. And for privacy, I have two options. The first option is public, and that allows anybody on the internet that searches to find your video. So if they search for something about English, they may come up in a Google search or in a search on YouTube. Private makes it so that only people with YouTube accounts that you share this video with will be able to see the video. On YouTube's actual site, there's an additional option called Unlisted, which makes it so that if anybody's searching, it never comes up, but you can give the link to the video to anyone you like, and they can just take that link and view the video. That's typically what we recommend faculty do, because that makes it so nobody can actually find your video, but you can share it with your students easily still. But we'll put it to private for now, so that it's private between the time that it's been published and the time you get in there and you're actually able to change it on YouTube site to unlisted. And we'll go over that in the next couple videos. Once I'm done, I'll just hit save, and you'll get a little green message here that says account credentials have been successfully tested. Now you're all set and your YouTube account is successfully linked to Camtasia Relay.